Everyone is saying you buy the dip, you buy the dip, you buy the dip. But no one is actually telling you where, how, and when to buy the dip. Historically, 1 year after Bitcoin's halving, altcoins get to move to their all-time high and pump real so good. But the key to success to tap into this particular opportunity or tap into this wealth making system is to buy these coins at the very lowest period, even in a bullish market. Here in this video, I'm going to put you through a mega guide on how to buy the dip. Hello, konnichiwa, salve, bonjour, namaste, nihao, lastly, assalamu alaikum. Whatever part of the world you listen to me, I'm just trying to say hello to you in many languages as I can at the moment. This is Financial Literacy Writer, and on this channel, we talk about effective, approachable, affordable, as well as legitimate means to make money online. So if you're watching this video for the first time or you're coming to this channel for the first time, I want to welcome you. And if you're part of those who have been part of this family, I want to give you a round of applause for always coming through. Right, so let's get into the main business. How do you actually get to buy the dip for its value in a crypto market? Firstly, we need to establish a mutual level of understanding by ensuring we both know and understand what the dip or buy the dip actually means. Buying the dip actually means that buying a crypto token or a crypto asset at its lowest price, at its lowest valued price. And the question always comes up like, how do you then get to predict that? How do you predict that? The answer is you can't predict that. Naturally, you can't predict that. Even technically speaking, you can't predict when a particular asset is going to be at its lowest. So if you can't get to predict when a particular token or asset is going to be at its lowest price, why are we telling you this video? I know that's the question come in your mind. Yes, but the twist to this thing is you can't predict when a token is going to be at its lowest value, or you can get close to buying it at the closest mark to its lowest value by following a solid, tested, and very viable strategy, which is what we are going to discuss right now. So if this sounds interesting, yeah, I haven't forgotten. You have to do what? Come closer and let's discuss this. Breaking the term buying the dip into 3 parts. And these 3 cogent parts are what is going to guide us, are actually going to guide you through buying or making the best decision on buying your crypto tokens for the best time and for the best return on your investment or your purchase. Now, the first question is what to buy. The second question is when to buy. And the third question is how to buy. With these 3 questions answered, or with these 3 questions at the back of your mind, whenever you want to do something or to be answered in this video, you're going to have the best buy opportunity in the market that's going to give you the best return on your investment. Having established the fact that we need 3 factors to be very considered before we launch or plunge into the market to make a purchase or buy a particular token, then we need to dive right into how to actually take all of these questions into action. So we are going to be talking about the first one, which is what? When to buy. That is the very first important point you need to consider. Now I'm going to show you how to know when to actually buy this token. To understand when to buy the dip, we need to analyze previous bull runs that have happened before this particular ones by analyzing the charts. So now I'm displaying a chart of previous bull runs, at least 2 bull runs that has happened before, and there is always a usual pattern that has been noticed or has been developed through research. That is the pattern of, first you have the Bitcoin halving, second you have a 18-month period, then the third pattern is we have then the all-time high for alternate coins. Remember and listen very well. First is the Bitcoin halving, second was the 18-month period, then third time after the 18-month period is the all-time high, which is why I said that usually 1 year after Bitcoin halving, altcoins actually go to their all-time high. Now, let's dive right into this thing more and more, because we just don't have to, say when are we going to buy between the 18 months. We have to understand when to actually buy in this 18-month period. And that is why we have the buying period and the fixing period. So what is the buying period and what is the fixing period? Now, to understand each period, we need to carefully analyze the buy and the fix period. So now, talking about the buy period actually lasts for like 14 months. Yeah, it actually lasts for like 14 months, which is the time given by the market for us to accumulate all of our positions, or to accumulate, that is the time for you to buy. And the fixed period is when the market is close to its all-time high, where the market is always almost at its peak, which is the time for us or for you to take profit from the market. Now, remember I said Bitcoin halving 18 months equals to the all-time high. So now let's look deeply into the buying period, which is the first 14 months. First 14 months is the time enough for you to buy all of your positions. Talking about what to buy, one of the major problems I've encountered in time past, and I've seen or noticed is peculiar to almost everybody in the market, is everyone wants to make maximum profit from the market, but not willing to take a big risk. So the first decision you need to make, as well the first step you need to take when you are trying to buy or when you want to know what to buy, is to decide the amount of risk you are willing to take. In normal balance, what I'm trying to say is for you to decide how much you are willing to lose, which is going to be the same as how much you are willing to invest in buying this same market. So now, do we say that because you've decided or you set a portfolio or set your account to say, okay, I'm willing or most ready to invest at least 200, 500, 1,000, $5,000, like that upward. Does that now mean that, okay, you just go into the market and buy whatever you see, or you don't even do your risk assessment, you don't do your risk management? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying because you are willing to stake a particular amount to purchase or to invest in the market that you should be willing or ready to lose out all the money. What I'm trying to put to you and make you understand is the fact that the market is volatile. And as volatile as it is, you need to understand that the market is divided. Let me say the altcoins are divided into different sections or different demography. And this demography has different amount of risk, or let me say percentage of risk that are involved or associated with them. So the decision of your risk management, the decision of how much you are willing to risk, is you saying to yourself, this is the kind of coins I want to invest in. For an example, if you are buying Bitcoin or you are buying Ethereum, you should know that you have a very low risk probability and a low return probability. So let's talk about this very, very, very technical. The most important thing to understand in this aspect, even in the technical aspect, is everything is based on your opportunity cost or your cost of opportunity. Now, let me give it to you this way. Low caps would give you low risk and a return of 1 to 10 times return on investment potential. While your mid caps or your low caps will give you high risk, and it is possible for you to have 60 to 100% or 100 times potential of your investment. Like I said, everything is based on your opportunity cost. Now, because our main goal here is to make money, we need to understand that that is proportionally direct or equals to the fact that our main goal is to find tokens or projects, coins that are undervalued and underbought at the same time in the market. Let me say that again. Because the main goal is to make maximum profit, you need to understand that the goal in buying and looking for what to buy is to look for projects that are undervalued. That means they have not been getting the traction they are supposed to get. People are not buying them yet, so you have to buy them at the early stage, or they are underbought. People might know them already, but not really buying into that project. Remember, buy when it is low and sell when it is high. So you need to understand that because our goal here is to make money, we need to understand that we must be willing to take through the pain of buying undervalued tokens. Now, undervalued tokens could also mean or put to the fact that you have to buy low market capitalization of market capitalized tokens. And like I said earlier, if you are not willing to take that amount of risk, you can just buy the high caps. High caps would give you 1 to 10 times profit potential. Mid cap, low caps have 60 or let me say 40 to 100 times profit potential. Now, having understood all of these things, the second thing you need to understand technically is to know or be able to decipher or determine if we are still in the bearish market or we are already in the bull market. In essence, what I'm trying to say is you must be able to determine if we are still in the deep buying period. Like presently, as I'm shooting this video, I have to just say this out. We are in the deep buying period. After this week, I don't think you might get the price you are getting at the market currently. And the second thing you need to understand or be able to determine is if you are buying an undervalued project or an underbought project. So now, having talked about what to buy, let's go to understand how to buy whatever project you have seen. And don't forget, you need to make your research. So now, if you don't know how to make a research concerning any token, you can check out the video that's going to pop up here, which I've explained how to research to know if a project is actually a scam, if a project is going to give you enough return, to know if it is worthy of your investment, to see back-end information that will give you personal conviction if you are supposed to buy into a project or not. So now, let's talk about how to buy this token. Now, this is the very most important part about this journey so far, because if you know what to buy, you know where to buy it, and you don't know how to buy, you're definitely going to waste your money. And what I mean is, how do you buy the dip? Do you just put your money at once? Do you buy it? That's what we're going to discuss. But before we proceed into that, I want to believe you are getting value from this video. You are getting your mind exposed to real content and real first-hand information. I want you to like this video, comment your thoughts, comment what you think about everything I've said so far. And if you have any questions you want to ask me, you can also leave them behind. Talk about what you've learned and let you to be able to understand that this video is actually giving proper content so it can recommend it for others. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, because my head is on fire. My head is on fire, and I'm going to be releasing much and very much information that will help you throughout this program, because I have just one goal in this program, that is to help everybody or guide everyone in how to make the right decisions that can help us tap into financial wealth. First thing you need to understand when you're trying to buy is to know and fully acknowledge the fact that buying the dip is a very complex process, that you can't just buy everything you want to buy at once. Therefore, you need to apply strategic technical strategies which the main one I talk about, I prefer and I always recommend, is the dollar cost averaging strategy. Now, what is the dollar cost averaging strategy and how do you get to do that? Dollar cost averaging is an approach to purchasing an investment in which the buyer spreads out their purchase so that the price paid is less affected by market timing. In essence, it is an approach or a system by which you spread out the time at which you buy a particular purchase or make a purchase in a particular market. So you buy at a particular period, with the belief and proper forecast that the market is either going to be going high or going low. So mostly the market is going to be going low because we are buying in deep season. So you are not going to buy at all. You're going to be buying at strategic points in the market, setting your price tags at that market. Using the chart displayed as a reference point. Now let me make an example of what buying the dip with a DCA strategy would actually mean. Now, your first buy in this case, let's say the total amount you are willing to spend in purchasing tokens or buying the dip or buying a particular project is $1,000. So you don't get to put all your $1,000 at once. What you're going to do is the first buy, you can allocate $100 for your first buy, $200 for your second buy, $300 for your third buy, then $400 for your fourth buy. Feel free to change the numbers based on your own portfolio. That is just an example. Now that we've established how to do your dollar cost averaging, you need to decide or establish a solid strategy on how to decide when to buy the market. Because you said you want to spend $1,000 and you want to spend it 100, 200, 300, 400 or 100, 200,
200, 500, whatever we want to spend it. But how do you know when actually to trigger that sale? Now, there's a principle I use or I actually advocate for, which is to buy or make a purchase every time the market decreases by 5 to 7%. And remember, I said we have 18 months which the market is going to go low or for you to buy all of these tokens. So that 18 months, that doesn't necessarily mean that the market is tanking all through. It would go like this, like down, then up, 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 up. But you have to buy all through those periods. So you can only buy, or it is advisable to buy whenever the market goes lower every 5 to 7%. And there is an analysis, there is a forecast understood by the market or by professionals that the market actually always dip in this period between 10 to 14 or 15% maximum. So if you are trying to buy 3 to 4 times, you should consider that, alright, should I buy, let's say the maximum you are expecting based on your forecast or based on your calculation or your analysis is that you are looking at a 10% dip, right? So you can just say, I'm going to buy 3% each time. Like you are going to buy each time it goes 3% lower because you are expecting a 50% decrease and you are going to allocate your funding into 5. What I'm trying to say for an example is you allocated $250 to buy a particular dip and you are projecting a 15% reduction rate. So by calculation, you want to buy 5 times. So you have to divide it by what? 3 and by 5, which is going to give you 3. So you're going to be buying or making your purchase whenever the market decreases by what? 3%. So by then you would have bought $50 the first 3% decrease, another $50 at the 6% decrease, another $50 by the 9% decrease, another $50 by the 12% decrease, another $50 by the 15% decrease. And by then, you are settled. You have this peace of mind that you're not making wrong decisions. You have this peace of mind that at least you will be covered at this period mostly. And by then, you have the peace of mind that you made the right decision. And even if it goes lower, at least you know you made the right decision. Instead of you buying 50% at the first 3% dip, and you see the market go low up to like 20 or 15%, you actually feel like you're losing money. And that is why some people actually sell off during the dip period, not understanding how to buy the dip. So now let's wrap everything together. Let's make a sharp recap of everything we said into these 3 particular questions you need to ask yourself and to understand. First is, are we in a buy or are we in a buying the dip season? Are we in a season where the market is actually dipping for you to buy? You need to understand and establish that fact. The second most important thing is to check if your altcoin, if the coin you want to buy is actually undervalued or underbought at the moment. This is very important. You can buy some projects that you're actually buying at the top. It might not even dip like that. And they might not perform so well like that. I feel like you didn't buy the right thing, or you just wasted your money. No, or you were stupid. No, you didn't make the wrong decisions. You only didn't check out very well if the project you're purchasing is still undervalued or underbought. And the third most important thing to learn and to put into consideration as well establish as a fact is the dollar cost averaging technique, which I have explained in this video earlier. But if you feel like you still want me to explain better and you love me to have a deeper explanation and a technical way on how you can apply robots and use so many things to consider or factor your dollar cost averaging technique, you can let me know in the comment section and I'll take time to record a video, a tutorial video on how you can get to go through and use your dollar cost averaging technique, how you can, the basic, the nitty-gritty of it. I'm going to explain that for you. So when next I come your way, guys, stay cool and pay big. Before you go, come back again. Did you like this video?